Hello, YouTube. This is Tanya again. I hadn't been on here in a while, but I wanted to share something. It's dealing with prayer. I want to share this dream. I'm not going to be on here long because I'm sleeping. But I want to share this dream. This dream was happened the night that Trump was elected, 2016, and the dream was about prayer. I walked in the school. It was a school, and I walked in, and I saw a lot of kids they were sitting at their desks in a single file, facing across the hall. So as I walked in, looked at them, they was all well-mannered, waiting to be taught. And so the teachers, I noticed they was going in and out, but I didn't pay them any attention. So I started walking toward the hallway, down the hallway, and I noticed the students. I noticed when I got toward the end of the hall, there was a student that had a book, and the book was called Learning How to Pray. So when I looked at the book, I was getting ready to open the book, but a person had come from behind. It was an older man, and he had a little nasty attitude. He was like, "Oh, that's old. We used to do that a long time ago." And when I looked at him, he was an old white man with overalls. He had a shirt on, like he'd been working outside. And so I noticed the students was young black students. And then I noticed the teachers that was coming in and out. They were white teachers, but they was so stressed. They was like, they would go in, teach the kids in the classroom, then they would go outside. Go out in the hallway and teach the kids out there. But they was just going back and forth. But it was only one book for all the students in the hallway. So I turned around and I was like, I don't like this. I said, this is segregation. And so I heard a voice say, "No." And I looked and I shook my head and I said, I said, this is segregation all over again. So I pushed them doors open to get out that school, and God said, "No." He said, "Go back in there and you get that book from that baby and you teach them girls how to pray. Don't try to bring them all out at the same time. You bring them out little by little." And I told God, I said, "God, I don't like it. I don't like it." I knew it was the voice of God. But at the time when I was in the school walking out, I didn't think it was. But when he said, "Go back in there and teach them girls how to pray." And I said, "God, I don't like this." So when I woke up from the dream, I thought the dream meant segregation like black and white. But it had nothing to do with that. It was about wrong and right. And it was about prayer. Prayer was kicked out of school years ago. But that curriculum is so old, it's like nobody wants to talk about prayer. Nobody want to teach about prayer. But prayer is important because you have to have a relationship with God, and you need prayer. And so those students, they was attentive, and they was eager to learn about prayer. But they were isolated from the kids inside because they had a later curriculum, a more modern curriculum, but prayer was not included in it. But the only book that those kids had in the hallway was about prayer. And so when God started dealing with me about that, he said, people playing down the importance of prayer. Prayer is important. So I want to encourage you all, teach your children how to pray. Because the times that we're living in now, money ain't going to do it. Popularity is not going to do it. Them kids going to need prayer. And so everybody going to need prayer. You can't live without prayer. To be able to communicate with God, to be able to talk to God, prayer is essential to the believer. And so don't ever play down prayer. Prayer is so important because that's where you're going to get your instructions from the Most High God. You ain't going to get no instruction from anywhere. There's no perfect instruction that you can get from God anywhere else. You can only get it from God. So teach your kids how to pray. Adults, if you don't know how to pray, get a relationship with God. If you're not saved, give your life to the Lord and learn how to pray. That's all I want y'all to know. Have a good night or a good morning. God bless you.